Hello and welcome to Plutopia, the board game about space and New Mexico. We're just going to go over some basic game setup to start. So as you can see, we have the game board out in the middle of the table here. It is a map of New Mexico, just kind of floating in space. We've also got Pluto over in the corner here. And there are various locations marked on the New Mexico map. We've got White Sands, we've got Roswell, we've got the spaceport, Holloman Air Force Base, things like that. Off to the side of the board, we have location cards for every location that is on the map. So, for instance, this is the location card for Roswell. There's a little informational blurb about, what's happened at Roswell. There's a challenge for Roswell, and there's some things that you can collect there. And then next to the Roswell card is an item that you can collect at Roswell. In this case, it's the Army Air Force quote-unquote weather balloon. There's a little blurb about that as well, and it'll give you some abilities, which we'll talk about in a second. So, as you can see, each of the location cards has a specific color that corresponds to the color on the map. The white ones, there are 6 of those, correspond to level 1, which is white. Then level 2 will be green. This is the Pluto card. And then level 3 will be red, and there are 4 cards each for levels 2 and 3. Each player gets a little player token and some player markers that correspond to the player token. And then the white and red tokens are science and influence points, which we'll talk about in a second. We also have several dice and a dice cup, if that's how you prefer to roll your dice. There are 4 white die, but for starting out the game, we're only going to use 1 red and 2 white.